There are people, they just take everything and say it's the will of God. Why was I talking about Job before? I was talking about Job before because by the time the attack came, Job, not having understanding and the knowledge that we have, Job, when the attack came, lost all his children, lost everything. He became poor, he became sick. And then look at what he did. He bowed down and said, Lord, thank you. You have given and you have also taken. No. It's like a 3-year-old child dies. You said God gave it and took it. You are trying to say something is wrong with God. What are you talking about? So God gave, and God gave for the child to come and stay here just for 3 years. Or a woman was pregnant for 9 months, and as the woman delivers the baby dies. So God gave the baby to just pass through the mother's womb for 9 months and then kills the baby. God has given, God has taken. That's a foolish assertion. There is no way. It's not God. Even you, without proper knowledge that read the Bible, when you saw what Job said, you believed it. There are things the enemy took, not God. Pursue the enemy and recover it back. Look at what David did in 1 Samuel chapter 30. If you are a student of the Bible, you will see that the Bible said David was king over those people. They went out, maybe they went out for something. By the time they were back, like all the men went out, by the time they came back, they had invaded the city. They burned down everything, including their houses. It was left in ruins and in rubble. But they even took their wives and their daughters. By the time they came back, everywhere the people wept. The Bible said until there was no strength left in them to weep anymore. And then the Bible said it was too bad. The losses incurred, the losses they suffered that day, both properties, wealth, human. They thought of stoning David to death as if he was the one that led the people to come and invade the land. But look at what David did. He didn't say God has given, God has taken. No, it was not God that took it. He knew the enemy did. The enemy did. Jesus said it was not so in the beginning. He said the enemy has done this. Somebody shout yes.
Yes.
It was not so. You must rise and learn how to fight the enemy. Don't let the enemy tire you out of time. Tire him until he becomes tired of tiredness. When David saw that nobody, the odds might be against you. Nobody stands for you. Nobody likes you. Everybody are against you, not because you have done something wrong. Don't be discouraged. You are the better person to encourage yourself. He stood and encouraged himself in the Lord. He went to the Lord. That's why he have understanding about the work. I will look up to the hills from where cometh my help. That was at the point of time where everyone has dejected him, rejected him, and thought of even killing him. He said, Lord, shall I pursue? He said, get me the effort. The priest brought the effort. He said, shall I pursue? Shall I overtake? Shall I recover? The Lord said, without no fear, pursue, overtake, and recover all. Do you notice that until David went to inquire from the Lord was silent? Until David went to inquire, the Lord was silent. So, you know what it means? Jesus already made it clear. We understand the scripture in different ways. In Matthew 18:18, he said, what you bind on earth, I will bind in heaven. What you set loose on earth, I set loose in heaven. So as long as it's not a problem to you, it doesn't become a problem to God. You must take a step for God to take a step. What you bind on earth is what they will bind in heaven. You must take a step for him to take a step. Are you sure you are hearing me? God never said anything. God was silent. If David says, God has taken, and God gave, God has taken, God said, lying on my head. They're lying on my head. You know how many times God is reacting? This boy just lying on. Me took. When did I take? Am I wicked? The moment he had pursue, overtake, and recover all. He recruited his soldiers. They went after them. They pursued them. They overtook them. And the Bible said they recovered all. So they went to fight for it and recovered it. Something that belongs to them, others took. He did not lie. He went to fight. Somebody shout, I will fight.
I will fight.